literally 2 liters of battery acid, so they had to cancel the wedding. Oh, hi, sorry. Welcome to the Jib. Now you will notice that this one's a little bit different. This is our live. I am here live. We're not recording this, so I can say things like, well, we'll leave that for later. I don't want to destroy Seamus' self-esteem. But we can say whatever we want. Seamus is here, of course, and we have a special guest also. Sorry, the dude abides, yeah. We have a special guest also in Chesh. And Chesh here has so diversified her online interests that I think it would be best to let her describe herself, what it is and what she does, and how you can find more of her.
Hi, I'm Chesh. I sound like shit. My throat is toasted. I do random crap on my own channel, but right now I am working on a new channel called Debate Hub that hosts, like, as much as the logo looks like Pornhub, it is very much about elevating or erecting conversation to a higher plane of existence.
Yeah. And I'm involved in that project too, in a slightly
Yes.
different way. Yes, I am. And I am also Golden Fire Ginger. Okay, good luck with that. And I'm also a fan of ramming more sensible debate into the uterus of YouTube. Never mind, it doesn't work. Okay, so
YouTube.
it was supposed to be a metaphor that I accidentally went concrete imagery.
He
Sorry,
wants
that's on me.
to pound it.
So, yeah, that's on me.
Yeah, you shoved it way too hard. And
I did. I did it too hard, too fast, and it just spent the whole thing too early. Don't worry, there's a cream for that. Anyway, we are all here today to say Happy New Year to everybody, which the New Year will happen in a little while. We are also all sick. I am sick from medicine I am taking for my diabetes. Seamus is sick from the old thing flaring up again, and Chesh has a cold. So
And if Manya gets here, she's just sick of everything.
sick of the bullshit.
Sick of the bullshit.
Horse shit. Yeah. We're here to discuss last year's predictions, which we universally, completely fucked. And I think that's fair to say, Seamus. Isn't that the right word? We fucked it.
yeah, I was looking over them again. I think there's 2.
Yeah, we fucked it.
One of mine and one of Chesh's May.
We
could all vote. We could vote.
It's not
and see whether or not they
Okay.
actually.
So John there is complaining about his herpes. Yeah, so it's not a competition.
Hang in there, John.
Any year where my predictions don't land, it's the year that like it's not a competition. Okay, it doesn't matter. We're all on the same side here, aren't we?
No.
Yes, we are. Okay. So Chesh was here last year as well. She kindly agreed to undergo the trials, and she was here last year.
I was only invited on this show once this year, and then today. I think I made Barry too angry by out-burying Barry, and they never invited me back.
I wouldn't call it angry. Embarrassed is a better. Humiliated, I think, is a better word. Difficult to be too angry when you can't. Yeah, basically, after Chesh was on my show, I couldn't get an erection for 3 weeks. That's what happened. So it was pretty bad. It was bad. I wouldn't call that angry. It's more just sort of pathetic loser crying in the corner, hugging his knees and rocking back and forth. Just all I could say for weeks was just Chesh.
It's okay. A lot of men have that reaction to me. Pretty common.
They call her in Canada. They call her the boner killer.
It's just cold outside, guys. It's just cold in Canada.
It's cold. Okay. Also, you're getting a look at my yearly outing of these delightful golden. What do you call these things? Teeny boppers, is it? These delightful golden things. They say, at least they should say, Happy New Year.
Sure.
I had them last year because we had somebody come into the Facebook group and complain that there wasn't enough pizzazz in our show, that we were very low budget, I guess. So I
we don't have to worry about them anymore. So
they've been taken care of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whoa.
Maybe I'll have to tell you in the chat later or something. Got really ugly. So,
am I like gonna get like? Am I gonna have to be concerned about the police calling me?
No, nothing.
What happened?
I mean, maybe you should be, but not because of this. Right. So will we crack into last year's?
Yeah.
Seamus, do you want to do? Will I just read them all out, or will I start? Or what do you want to do? We'll do Chesh's first.
You want to go and start reading? We can do the old ones and then just
okay.
Pop
the old
through
ones.
them.
These are predictions 2024, according to the text file I'm reading now.
Yeah. Now I think there's 2 that may have turned out to be true after looking at it again, and whatever
we'll
you get
see.
to them, I'll call them out. So
I'm going to start with Chesh, okay? Because she's our guest. So,
Okay.
You're some fucking bitch. You know that. I will never forgive you for the PB
Easy.
success. Ever forgive you.
You say that, but you come over on my channel once a month.
Yeah, because you don't talk to me about like Guatemala or anything. You just have bullshit. Okay?
Do you want to?
If I fuck up, you know what? It's not about what I want anymore. No, this is way bigger than what I want, okay? Just
Hey, under 2 hours, Barry. Come on.
every
Move
so
on.
often, Seamus is like, "Hey, maybe you should have." No, if you're going to say Chesh, no.
This is true. That is true.
Okay,
That is true.
as long as you don't
People
try
think
and get
that
me
if they do shows together online, that they're like actually like real friends and close knit. Meanwhile,
do not be fooled. Oh, I don't think I'm close friends with anybody in the world, really. It's kind of difficult to be friends
I'm
with me.
hurt. I'm fucking hurt.
Yeah, because you don't have to
Jesus.
spend any real life time with me, Seamus. It's very
Huh?
easy to be friends with somebody online.
Yeah, okay.
If I
We're
was
gonna get to
living in
this
your house,
list.
you'd
We're
be
gonna
like,
get to
"Fuck
this
this
list.
guy."
Come on.
Okay,
Come
sorry,
on.
yeah.
Moving along.
Chesh, we asked you for 2 serious predictions, right?
right?
Your first serious prediction was that child labor will be a political issue of some kind, which is
got that
not
one.
a bad guess. And I guess it has been certainly mentioned, at the very least tangentially, in the American context a number of times.
America and Canada have both been dealing with it.
Who gives a fuck about Canada? So
Well,
in
America's
America,
also
it's been
having.
mentioned a few times.
Sorry, did I say labor or did I say slavery?
You said child labor, which I guess
Yeah.
is a kind of
Oh,
slavery.
definitely correct.
Yeah,
Definitely
I agree.
correct.
That's one of them. I think she was on for that. Yep.
Sure, we're going to give her that.
Yep.
1 for 1 so far.
Right. So it's very important in my life that I don't have to do very well. I just have to do better than Chesh. You understand? I don't care how many of mine are right, as long as more of mine are right than
Such a
Chesh.
low bar.
Low bar. I still can't find it, Chesh. I can't even fucking see it. Okay.
I think we're just playing 2 different games.
Yeah, it looks like that, doesn't it? Chesh's other serious prediction was, and again, I mean, it's ambitious, but not, I wouldn't call it stupid. It's just ambitious. The
Yeah.
collapse of the US veto power at the UN.
Definitely not.
Oh yeah, no, that didn't happen this year.
No, but if it had done, it would have solved a lot of
It's
issues.
gotten closer. It's gotten
Yes.
closer.
But
It
if
got
they-
way closer than I thought, especially since they used their veto power to be like, no, we're not gonna
Stop the
have a
genocide?
ceasefire
Yeah.
in Israel.
Yeah.
No.
No,
So
keep the genocide
so
going. That's what we
close.
do. Yeah.
I was if the UN was decent, I would have been right.
That's true. But unfortunately, when the time came to abolish veto power, the US vetoed it. Chesh also gave us 2 silly predictions, which I will discuss. Now, do you want to go to the silly one? Is that okay, Seamus?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, the reason is because we decided to extempore this, meaning there's no script, we have no structure or anything. We just said, look, we'll see what happens. So that's why I'm going to check with Seamus every so often in case I do something incredibly stupid, as is my wont when we're live.
You already have. Move along.
Okay. Chesh, well, I haven't dropped the N word yet.
Don't do this to me.
No, I won't make you say anything. I'll just. Okay. Anyway, we asked Chesh for 2 silly predictions, and her 2 silly predictions are as follows: more brawls in world parliaments, which is 100% correct.
Oh, two for 3.
That's 2. Well, that's not a competition. Okay, and if
you're right.
and
You're
a
right.
second silly one is if Trump goes to jail, there will be a jailbreak, which is impossible to determine whether or not it's true or not because it's an if-then statement.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
if-then statements cannot be true or false without the if
happening.
condition going through. Yes,
He
So
did
that's
not go to jail, so there was no jailbreak to happen.
but not a success. It's a category error to regard that as either a success or a failure.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
that's a null.
That's a null, exactly. Yes. So already,
So I'm 2 out of 3, so I got over 50%.
feet ahead. She's already dramatically outperforming me. Anyway, here we go. Chesh's Deadpool. We asked people for 2 suggestions as to who they think they're going to die because we're deeply cynical here at the Jib. Chesh's Deadpool was, again, very sensible. And for the Deadpool, it's good to have one kind of, oh, right? One, yeah, and then one, oh, right? That's how it works, like a Saturday Night with Me. Chesh's Deadpool was Mitch McConnell and Tim Curry. Now, Tim
Neither.
Curry, oh, and Mitch
Neither.
McConnell. Yeah, but I get it, right? I get it.
I'm happy about one of those.
Mm-hmm.
You can guess which.
Timbo.
Yep.
Yeah. Will we do Seamus's now?
Yeah, go on. Let's just go through the old ones and then we'll talk about the new ones.
Seamus is in charge of. I specifically asked Seamus to zip the show along because
I'm trying.
of my tendency to just go on, and then Chesh's tendency to answer me when I do go on and on. Okay, here we go. Seamus gave us 2 serious suggestions. His first one was that Iran will be in a major conflict. Difficult to say yes or no to that.
That's the one I think maybe, But you guys decide. Was that a yes or a no? Because I mean,
Well, it's not, it
sort of
can't be a
dumb.
no by definition, but it also can't be a yes because they haven't committed troops anywhere. You know what? We'll give you a half. No, wait a minute. They bombed. They bombed. No, they didn't.
They
They did.
bombed
They
the Iron
bombed
Dome.
Jerusalem, didn't they?
Yeah.
They bombed Jerusalem. That counts as a
Yeah.
major
I
conflict.
was,
Right?
I was so close. Does
Thank
brain dead count for McConnell? Because that man's been having like live strokes where
Yeah.
he's just no longer
He's
functioning.
Joe
gone.
Biden is running the country. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he's not having like it's not the same as
Isn't he?
McConnell.
Isn't he?
But
He
so like
disappeared
I
in the
mean,
forest.
Iran in like a major because they're like constantly at regular conflicts where they're doing like poking things here and there, but not like committed to like a well. This is a. I think like you're off by like 2 months.
Oh,
They bombed Jerusalem, Iran.
Well, yeah, but
Hundreds of
like I
bombs.
said, they like to poke things. They do that.
Well, I'm inclined to say yes because they tend not to drop actual bombs on places.
hey, John, why don't you vote on this?
John Hudson.
Yeah, John Hudson.
If you're
Yeah,
there,
I think it's really close either way.
Iran will be in a major conflict. Did that prediction come
Did
true?
that
Ian?
happen or
Yes
not?
or no?
Has there been a proper declaration?
Not that I'm aware of.
John Hudson will tell us now in a second. Fuck it. John, you didn't die on us in the last 2 seconds, did you? Come on, man.
Well, what does
Yeah.
Google say? Is Iran in a
Max says
major
yes.
conflict?
Not. Oh, no. He says no.
John says no.
That's
I
it.
don't love you
We're done.
anymore, John. We're done. I
Yeah.
thought we were friends.
Thought
man.
we were friends, yeah. Seamus' second serious prediction
Well,
is the
Technically, Google says that Israel-Iran conflict is a low-intensity conflict. So,
Okay.
John said
according to
no.
Google,
Well, we're taking John over Google. Seamus' second serious
This
prediction
is
is
not
the
major.
yeah.
All right. Go along.
Sorry if I was slowing things down there.
Go on, John.
The Democrats will put Gavin Newsom on the ticket, which looked a lot more likely
Oh, they should
this
have.
time last year than
They
it
didn't
does.
do a ticket.
Yeah, they
I mean,
did.
he's fucking terrible too. Don't get me wrong.
They
Well,
unticket.
yeah, but
He
he
would
would
have
have
been
had a better
better
chance
than
of
Harris.
winning.
Yeah, he would have been better than Harris.
Well, he wasn't. He wasn't. He's not black and he's not a woman. So
And a cop.
if you want to appeal to the racist, sexist voters, anyway.
Kamala had too many problems. And it's like some of these problems are like, these things shouldn't be a problem. And some of these things were like, you are literally spitting in the face of your voters. Like,
Yes.
Black Lives Matter was a big deal and is a big deal for
Yep.
Democratic
Yeah.
voters. So to run somebody who's a cop was probably not the smartest decision.
Yeah, and plus she had multiple opportunities to say, no, this is where me and Joe differ.
Yes,
Yeah.
She never did that. Oh, she just doubled down and said, oh, the other thing that's going to be different is I'm going to add a Republican to my party.
And then
Yeah.
she had like nothing
Jesus
to
Christ.
say about the like in her initial like during the debate thing that she said about Israel Palestine was like could have been better, could have been more aggressive, but I
Yeah.
understood why it wasn't. But then it never went anywhere. Like she didn't take it
Yeah.
anywhere. She's
A lot
just
of people were.
She had no
Republican
intentions
talking
of it.
points.
No intentions of it.
A lot of people said that made a difference to them. That she seems to be okay with the genocide.
I mean,
Very
you also
much so.
don't want to like in a really polarizing time. You maybe do not want to run somebody that's going to be unnecessarily extra controversial. So, like, again, being a cop and being not pro-Palestine or at least anti-genocide, even if she was just super hard anti-genocide, that would have helped.
Yeah.
Being black and being a woman were like two tags against her. I don't think that's a big thing for most of Democratic voters, but
you
she
have to assume
she
it
was
plays a
that.
role, right?
It plays a role, whether whether we
especially
like
in
it or
America,
not.
there's misogyny and racism is always going to.
But it's super weird to run a black woman and then try to cater to the Republican voters.
Yes.
So it's like, why would you do this?
It was the absolute dumbest campaign I've ever seen in my fucking lifetime.
Oh, they hired the guy. They brought in the guy who ran. Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you listen to them?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's fucking ridiculous.
Of course, if I run a black woman, everybody loses their minds. Anyway, we asked Seamus for 2 silly predictions, and his silly predictions are the following. Elon Musk will change X to XB squared, and tweets will be roots. Now, that's a complicated one. It's a complicated one. It's wordplay.
Too smart for
Thank
Elon.
you.
It's some wordplay, mathematical wordplay, but I'm not a STEM guy, so I did not get it. Seamus explained it to me, and then I got it, but before it, I didn't. Seamus's second silly prediction is not that silly. It says Congress will pass legislation based on an Onion article that they have confused for a real one. But that's something that could actually happen.
I don't think that happened this year.
No,
No,
I don't believe
but
so.
it could. Like, it's not that
Oh.
silly.
I mean, does it not sound like an Onion article to say that Elon Musk is being sued by Cards Against Humanity?
Uh,
That sounds like that
That's a good
sounds
point by
like
Joe
a
on there.
Seamus's Deadpool, his suggestions were Nick Fuentes, Bruce Willis, and George W. Bush.
Came close, but Nick. In fact, somebody sent this to me, but I think it's bullshit on Twitter that that supposedly there's a report that Nick Fuentes has HIV. I don't know if that's true. Or not. I'm thinking it's bullshit.
I haven't heard anything about that. I don't think he's come close to being unalived. I think he wants to pretend that he's come close to being unalived.
Not close enough.
Not close enough. Close at all. An old woman knocked on his door and he had a fucking spaz attack.
Yeah, it was like fucking crossbow. I mean, that's
just say he has HIV.
That's what
There's a rumor going around
on Twitter.
Oh,
it looks sketchy, man.
With HIV, he'll be on Twitter saying, "No, man, it's from sharing needles. I swear to God."
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely not from having sex with Destiny.
Yes.
Right. That's hilarious. I'm sorry.
It's very funny.
Man, yeah, it's
really
really nice alone. That just leads me, and there's no need to go into mine. I think we can just move straight on to the 2025 ones. We don't have to talk about mine. It's not important. It's just.
No, let's talk about yours. Come on.
I'm just reading them now, and you're not missing. Okay, fine. We asked Barry, that's me, hi, for 2 serious predictions. My first prediction was that X will revert to Twitter. No one's going to be calling it X this time next year. I think that's fair to say. Last year, Barry.
Maybe half a point.
Yeah.
Well, not really. 0 points because it didn't at all. And
calling it X. Everyone's still calling it Twitter.
Yeah. At least one country will trial UBI nationally, which did not happen, definitely.
Sadly.
0-0. My 2 silly predictions were Morgan Freeman will be revealed as Jimi Hendrix after faking his death. Then I said, that's just stupid. Then I said, the North Pole and the South Pole will flip, rendering the world's magnets completely useless. I'm funny. I'm a funny person. The North Pole and the South Pole will flip, rendering the world's magnets completely useless. That's good. I like that. The last one I wrote of the 2, the third one of the 2, is I will write an Israel episode of the Jib and disappear shortly afterwards. Now, I have written 2 episodes, full episodes of 4-part series on Israel.
Sure you have.
Which will definitely get us cancelled. But the only benefit to it is that it's all true. My
Deadpool. But they haven't been posted. You had all year and you didn't make one?
No. I'm trying to think about it. We have to play very carefully.
Well, Barry takes his time with scripts.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah, this is about Syria. This is about Syria, right?
It's about a lot of things, Barry. But
it's about Syria. Oh, man. My paw's going to be awful sore. Yeah, okay. I'm in the middle of writing a Syria episode that I should have really completed some time ago. The Syria episode is turning out to be more difficult than I thought it was going to be. It's not like remember the Iran-Contra one, lots of moving parts, things acting together. The Syria one's a straight line. It's just difficult to pick it apart.
It sounds to me that Barry's predictions were almost too optimistic.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah, I'm not cynical enough.
So who was your Deadpool? Did you say?
We don't have. It's not. We don't really.
Come on, who's your Deadpool?
I have 2 in my Deadpool.
Who?
Sir David Attenborough.
Thankfully,
and Ringo Starr.
Well,
what those 2 guys have in common.
What was your yay?
My yay?
Yeah, you're like, oh, and then you're like, eh. Who was your yeah?
It's not a competition.
I don't think you want either of those 2 to die.
Yeah, all that's left of the Beatles.
He hates Ringo.
Right.
What about mine?
If you had a choice, I'll leave her alone. Yeah. I don't want. I was joking. I want to humiliate her in her absence.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's just tell you, is there any on there that are true of mine? Is there any that came true?
Does this mean I win?
I think you
won. That's not. Why would you frame it like that?
Yes, Josh won.
Stop saying that. Why? Where it's not. There's no. It doesn't. There's no. I'm not that it should, all right, but it's not the kind of thing before, you know what? Before all this, I was anyway.
You got this. You only started 7 different sentences in the course of
As
30
many
seconds.
sentences as I want, okay? This is all going to be cut off. Fuck, we're live.
Yeah. Which you're the one that said we needed to do a live episode.
I did say we need to do a live because I didn't finish
Sure.
the script in time, man. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
And because I didn't know I take my I've a medicine injection that I take. It's called Trulicity. It's like fuck off, Paul. It's
That
called
means that everybody watching has to go and subscribe to Debate Hub.
Yes.
it's called Trulicity, but it's like Ozempic. I inject myself once a week, and I feel very very sick all the time. And sometimes I feel too sick to. Did you type that, Seamus?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Who's manning the Jib tank channel? Where's Seamus? Oh. Are you on your own account? How are you on 2 accounts at the same time?
Because
Two windows,
I
you?
could do this. Yeah, two windows.
Oh, okay. Barry's a sad loser. Well, that's just spitting facts, man.
That's not me. That's somebody else.
So, well, it's not me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay, fine. She wins nothing. You win nothing.
Hey!
Okay.
What do you
No
mean? I
privacy.
win everybody watching subscribing.
We have
Oh,
somebody
there
else
it goes.
here.
Oh, yes.
Sorta, maybe. I don't see
Hey!
her.
I can hear birds.
Hello.
Hey, now we can embarrass you.
It's Manya.
Let's go, baby.
Okay, here we go. Manias. We asked Manias for 2 sensible predictions. The sensible predictions of Mania are the following. She said Israel and Palestine will come to an agreement. That's not outrageous. It didn't happen.
Didn't happen, unfortunately.
Aww.
Too
I
optimistic.
know, right? Oh, 35,000 dead bodies later. Oh, there she is. All right, Manias.
Hey!
We
Don't
asked-
mind me. I'm moving, and my whole life is upside down right now.
Flip
Yeah,
upside
we kind of
down.
heard about some of that.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Chesha's heard about enough of it.
Let's give us a
We're just glad to
TLDR
see
on
you. Very glad to see you.
My head's just
You made
getting
it.
bigger and bigger every minute I spend here.
because of the infection.
Yeah. The
Oh,
infection
boy.
called winning.
Nice.
But no matter how much time we spend together, Chesh, talking and chatting, I never seem to catch it.
Damn.
Manya's silly predictions
It's
are
sexually transmitted, Barry. I'm sorry.
Sounds like my serious predictions are silly, and it could be
Fair
the
enough.
other. Yeah.
it's a multi-layered slam. Yeah, I like that. Good. I like it. Good for you. Nice. Well done. The layered ones are the best, aren't they? Okay, Manya's. We asked her for silly predictions, and she said the first one is again not particularly silly. I wouldn't think. Elon Musk will sell Twitter,
Damn it! Didn't
Family.
happen.
and the second one is Elon Musk will launch his Hyperloop.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I feel
that's
like you said that one knowing it wasn't going to be true.
Well, there's the silly one. She flagged it as silly.
There's,
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Manya has Deadpool. She gave us 2 names: Donald Trump, who is still alive.
Somebody
And-
did try to kill him. Give you that
Yeah.
one.
Other people, I think.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
and Mitch McConnell, who again is not a bad guess. And that
He's
is
not
the
on the
end
desktop
of last year's predictions. That is the end of this year's humiliations, perhaps.
Except for me.
So,
You sure? There's one day left, dude.
So, Chess, you want to give us your for this year, your serious ones?
What do I think is going to happen in the year of our Lord 2025?
Please tell me you wrote them down.
No.
Okay.
I didn't think about it until right now.
I'm gonna wing
Okay.
it.
That's what I did last year.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm just gonna
2
wing it.
sensible predictions,
2 sensible predictions.
please. Yeah.
I think we are going to see an uptick in riots. I think there's going to be. I will not. Okay, World War III is going to happen.
Nice.
World War III is going to happen, and there's going to be a
Start
massive.
with an uptick in riots, is it?
There's going to be an uptick in riots. This is like more of elaborate, less about like the prediction itself, and this is just more an elaboration on my thought process.
Okay. You
I'm.
like public violence. That's what I'm learning.
Well, yeah. I mean
She
like
chose
riots
violence.
that aren't going to be like pseudo started by the police. You know what I mean? I'm talking like we're going to have protests in the streets that are going to escalate into riots.
They like the
I
Arab
think
Spring.
I think we're going to see that in America, definitely.
Oh, proper countries.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we're going to see it in I would not be surprised to see it in the UK more. I think if we see it in Canada, we're going to see it a lot in Montreal, like in the Quebec area. I think.
Traditional riot country, is it Quebec?
Oh no,
Nothing
like
about riots in
Montreal. Montreal riots when they win hockey.
I'd riot too if I won a
Oh
hockey.
yeah. Yes.
So, but my reasoning is like, so I think that World War III is already started for the most part, but I don't think it's like officially started. So we're dealing with Cold War stuff. We're dealing with like edging. We're all just getting edged right now.
No one ever knows when a war officially starts until it's over.
Well, there's been no technical declaration by NATO, for example, right? Like if NATO declares, then that's like a definitive start date. But needless to say, I'm also thinking that there's a decent chance that the majority of World War III is going to be less of superpowers fighting each other, although that will be part of it, but it's going to be oligarchies fighting their people. World War III is going to be very much a class war, in my opinion.
Or like a class war.
Yeah, in my opinion. That's just my elaboration on what my thought process are. But those are my
down for
two
that.
predictions.
Karl Marx would agree with you, but he predicted that in 1848.
No, two serious predictions.
Cool. World War III after uptick in riots and class war.
And your silly ones.
My silly ones. I think that okay, how familiar are you with Canadian politics?
Yeah.
Very familiar.
Okay, I think
I lied. Sorry.
I know a
think-
bit.
I think that Pierre Poilievre is going to get ousted from his party.
No.
Not Pierre.
And one of two things will happen. He will either have his own party, that'll be the Conservative Party of Canada splitting into two, and he'll be in charge of one of them. Or the laws are going to change in Canada so that he can't even run for prime minister in the first place.
Well, that's what Nigel Farage did in England. Nigel Farage.
Yeah.
He formed his own party, and now Reform UK has more members than the UK Conservative Party right now.
Yeah.
The laws will change so he can't be prime minister. That's how we're
My
stuck.
funny prediction is that the majority Democratic states in America are going to get annexed. They're going to split off from America Major, let's call it that for now.
Or it's the seat.
And they're-
It's California
and
and
then-
New York, basically.
They will, well, it's like this whole loop. It's like this loopy horseshoe that kind of hooks
Yeah.
around either side. And those states will like secede as a group, and then they will start negotiating with Canada to join, either become their own or to join Canada. And then we will become Canada Major. Canada.
Okay. Do you have Deadpool?
That'd be interesting.
Wouldn't that be so interesting? Seriously,
It
look
would
at a
be.
map. Look at a map and like look at the way it lays out. Like it's
New York and California would be the major ones.
New York, California, Minnesota.
I guess.
Where's Seattle? Washington?
Colorado, Washington.
Colorado.
Washington.
Yeah. Maybe New
Deadpool.
Mexico.
Well, they've been talking about that for many years because the Republican states tend to be the net takers of federal aid,
Mhm.
and if they're just hived off, they'd have even more money. But California is the only state, as far as I know, that could ever possibly be self-sufficient.
Well, it's really funny too because if California became Alaska we'll get Alaska just because, even though it's Republican, it'll just be like, I mean,
That's very red.
yes, it is. But I I just think it'd be funny. But also
These are the silly predictions.
very funny. But it's one of those things where I kind of like suspect it might. The number of people who live in California are greater than the number of people who live in Canada.
Yeah.
So it would be a massive boost to our income. It would be a massive boost to our population, and it would do wonders. Like, I think it would do great things for people who live in California, and I think it would do a fantastic thing for a lot of Canadians because it would boost our commerce, and yeah, it would be a big deal. And it would give Canada so much fucking control over like just sea area, as well as almost a direct connection, if not a direct connection, to Mexico. So we
Yes.
just bypass America entirely, and Hawaii would definitely be part of Canada, and that would just be very, very funny.
It would also give Canada something they've longed for many years: a beach.
A beach. Yeah.
Mm. Let's go down to the
You
rocks.
go find an American that is who lives in those areas who doesn't like Canada.
Yeah, but they don't want to be
And I'll
part of
tell you a
Canada.
nice Canadian goose.
Okay. You're Deadpool.
Who do I think is gonna die? Can I say Mitch McConnell again?
Sure.
Mhm.
Please, just die. Good God.
Die already. This is not a wish list. This is people you think are going to die.
Well, I mean,
Can
odds
it
are
be
there. I
both?
mean,
Maybe what?
yeah.
Can it be both?
Oh, if you like, yeah.
Who do I want? Who do I not want to die? Who do I not want? I don't know. There's a lot of people I
I'd say
want
Tim
dead.
Curry again.
I could say that seems cheating. Sir Patrick Stewart.
That's a good call.
Sir Pat Stew.
I always put him on my list, actually. So, yeah.
If he dies, there is no God. Okay.
Seriously, anybody out there watching, go look at a map, like a map that shows like what states voted Democratic and what voted Republican or whatever, Dems and Republican. Go look at that map and then look at it with like the Canadian part of the map attached, and look at where it goes and look at the like. It's too good. It's too funny.
It would be funny, that's true.
Oh my God. I've also heard people talking about how America is going to attack Canada and make Canada its 51st state. And I'm like, do it. Because it's like, would your army outdo our army? Yeah, we just get rolled over in like half of a second. But like, the response to that is now you have to fight a war with your own people because they're not going to be happy about that. And you're going to lose all your resources, and you're going to lose all your business, and you're going to have to try and occupy Canada, and good fucking luck trying to occupy Canada, and you're going to have to deal with NATO, and you're going to have to deal
Most of
with
Canada is uninhabited and trees.
a lot of it, and you're going to have to deal with the only people that are going to side with America on this is Russia, and you're going to have to deal with China not siding with America. Because China is 100%. If Russia and America attack Canada, China is going to be like, wait, no, we can't have this.
Holla.
Yeah, specifically because of the Northern Trade Route.
Well, you just see all the problems, don't you? None of the opportunity.
What do you mean? That is a perfect opportunity. Do you have any idea what happened last time America tried to invade Canada?
The White House burned down.
Oh,
They're
shit.
not going to have a good time. So yes, the American army is stronger than the Canadian army. I have a funny headcanon, and it's that the reason America's army has to be so powerful is that so the Canadians don't do it. We are chaotic in wartime, let alone you get guerrilla warfare of patsy ass, we don't deal with snow. The Canadian winter in northern Canada, like Sudbury area, because as if the Canadians wouldn't go scorched earth and move further north and just be like, fight me, and then you've got to trunch through the mud and try and get your.
So it's like the Napoleonic War.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
at
I
the
see
end,
that.
all you've got is Canada. Anyway,
Right.
Manyas, did you? I
And
assume
America gets 60% of its oil from Canada. What do you think happens if you go to war with the country that provides you with 60% of your oil?
they give you 100%.
Well, we have seen in the past how America invading Iraq was looked at as. So
Anyway, I for one welcome our California brethren.
Manyas, I assume you are too busy in your life to give us any predictions. Did you work on any
I
predictions?
could give one
Okay,
serious.
Serious.
One
go.
serious will
Do
be the prime minister or the president of Israel.
Oh, here we go.
No, that's a silly one. Okay, sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead. He's actually in the news today too. He
Yeah.
might have
So what
prostate
I will
cancer.
say is there will be a ceasefire between Palestine and Israel, and wherever everyone is, that will be the new boundary of both the countries. That's a serious one. The silly one is the president or prime minister gets fucking shot at and he's dead. He gets killed.
Netanyahu.
The silly one would be let's think.
Prime Minister of Israel gets assassinated.
Huh?
Prime Minister of Israel gets assassinated. That's the silly
Yep.
one.
Could go into Deadpool, I guess. You know the
Sure,
Deadpool
Deadpool, let's
section?
do it.
Yeah.
Who's going
So
to die?
the silly one,
Oh, the Prime Minister of Israel is going to die. Okay.
so the silly one silly one, if I might predict.
Sure.
Elon will get ousted. Like he's not on the board of his company, is he? He's not,
I don't think
right?
so.
CEO.
Which company?
He's CEO of 4 different companies. SpaceX, Tesla.
So yeah,
X.
that's the silly one. He gets ousted from all the 4, and
That'd
he
be
has no
awesome.
control.
I think,
That's the silly one.
yeah,
If he
I
gets-
think that
He
Elon
gets
and
caught
Twitter,
like interfering with a child. That could actually happen.
yeah, Elon and Twitter. So Elon's fucked, right? Like completely. Like we know this, right? It's just this.
He
is one of those
has a
things that
tolerance
doesn't
of
matter.
special ketamine. Did you not see his tweet?
Oh my god,
Doesn't
he's.
matter.
I would not. I personally believe, in my opinion, that Canada should revoke his Canadian citizenship
Do it.
for terrorism
Yeah.
and for interfering in elections.
Elon
Specifically
Musk.
Canadian. Yes, foreign
He's Canadian.
interference. He has a
would be-
citizenship. He's not Canadian.
Maybe I could use that as my second serious
I
prediction.
think his mother was Canadian.
What's your second serious one?
That Canada withdraw Elon's citizenship.
Okay,
Go for it.
Canada will withdraw his citizenship.
Yeah. So 2 serious, 1 silly, 1 Deadpool.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it really just depends on what happens with Polyev. If Polyev gets the prime ministership, then we've got basically
boy.
got mini Trump butt boy as our
Oh god.
prime minister, which I am not going to be happy
boy.
about.
Hang on.
But
Mini Trump butt boy.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
not as fun as Robert Ford, though, right?
no, but Rob Ford hates him, which is
Oh,
hilarious.
okay, that's fun.
Yeah, so one of the things that's being threatened right now is basically Trump being like, we're going to tariff everybody and starting an economic war with Canada,
Yeah.
which America will not win. And the reason why America won't win is because you didn't win it last time Trump was in office. You're not going to win it this time.
He doesn't understand how tariffs work.
Doug Ford, which is the guy in charge now, who
Uh-huh.
hates Polyev. Rob is his brother. Doug Ford is the current MP of Ontario.
Rob
He's
Cocaine
conservative.
Ford.
Yeah, his brother.
Doug
He-
Cocaine Ford.
So Polyev and Harper, who are, and the current leader of the Conservative Party, is
Yeah.
like, yay, good job, Trump. We love Trump. Trump is great. And everybody else is like, fuck you and fuck that guy. And it's not just like the Liberal and Trudeau. It's not just the NDP and Singh. It is the Liberal Party. The Quebecois hate this man.
Are we gonna go?
Half-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Green Party. The half of the Conservative Party hates this man. Nobody wants this guy in power. He doesn't have his clearance.
Who's voting for him?
To get it, and so I think he's just gonna not be allowed to participate in elections because how are we gonna elect somebody who's not allowed to look at any of our Secret Service information?
Well, he
He
didn't
can't
get
see any classified documents.
Yeah.
Either way, Doug Ford, when Trump was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna do these tariffs," Doug Ford turned around and went, Ontario is going to stop selling you power. If you do that. And
I
he's
like that.
conservative. And so he's not falling in line to authoritarian Polyev. And so, but he's one of the most one of the most powerful conservative MPs because it's Ontario.
Fascists find a way, Trevor in the chat says fascists find a way.
And on the down low, I've heard rumors that Quebec behind the scenes has been whispering with Ontario saying we are also not going to sell power to America. Do you have any idea how much power
Yeah.
Ontario and Quebec sell to America? Your whole northern chunk is just going to be out of power.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go for the lights
I
off.
don't like
Let's go
Doug
black
Ford.
out.
I was like,
Time
Let's
to
observe
follow
Green Earth Day. Let's
solar
go.
Well, do you know that means
For a
for
week.
Canadians, right? For Canadians, that means our price of power drops like a rock because now we have all this excess power that we're producing.
Yep. Do it.
Seamus, do you have 2 serious predictions by any chance?
Oh, yes, I do. Where's my phone?
What are your serious predictions?
So I believe that there's going to be another 9/11 style attack.
Ooh.
Don't know.
You mean
I'm
in
not gonna-
America, like from separatists?
Yeah, something's going to happen on American soil. I don't know what or by who.
Which will be a domestic or an international?
Do I have to pick?
No.
Okay. I'll leave it ambiguous because I can
Okay.
honestly see it. I can honestly see it being domestic and then
Pussy.
blamed internationally. Either way. Well, I mean, it's much like the folks that are protesting the genocide are being accused of being accused of being terrorists. So I could see something like that. You know what I
they're
mean?
being accused of doing
I would
riots,
say-
peaceful
I
protesting.
would say
police are
it would
like-
be more of a domestic than an international.
Manias thinks that ambiguous is a long word for pussy.
Yes.
There'll be more.
I'm
labor
joking.
strikes.
I'm joking.
I know. There'll be more labor strikes.
Okay.
This
Another one.
year. My silly ones, which I don't know. I wrote these down, and the more I look at them, the
I
more I
think
be
those
serious.
strikes are going to be the things that escalate to riots.
Say
Okay.
again?
I think those strikes you're predicting are going to be the things that start
Yeah,
escalating
that's
into
how it
riots.
Great.
That's how it works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hand to glove.
Yeah.
So my silly ones may actually be also serious. I don't know, but just because it's fucking America. Trump will try to move the U.S. Dollar, move us off the U.S. dollar onto a cryptocurrency that he creates.
Oh no!
Basically, what he's doing now.
Come on, you could,
Very good one.
So you think he's going to
Yeah,
try
right?
using Doge?
yeah. The Democrats will
Andrew
ask
Tate is gonna have fun.
instead of even pretending to have a primary. The Democrats will decide now that Oprah will pick their next nominee.
How are we gonna be
That's
able
a
to-
silly one, right?
How are we
That's
gonna
a
be
silly
able to
one.
confirm
It's a
that?
silly
Okay.
one. Yeah. But I could kind of see it being real. Come on.
I could see
Uh,
that happening, but I could also see it happening behind the scenes in a way that we'd never be able to
Fair.
prove it.
We
Very
won't
fair.
know what hit it. Yeah.
Deadpool, Joe Biden.
Okay.
And this one's a big reach, I know. Keith Richards. So
Okay. That's interesting. We haven't crossed the streams in any of the Deadpool. Sometimes we've crossed the streams.
this is true. Yeah.
Deadpool, Joe Biden, and
If you
Keith
use
Richards.
separate urinals, Barry, you don't have that problem.
Anya, when we were talking about on the tavern, when we were talking about currency, we had a conversation. Did we do that live, or were we in the background talking about that?
No, we did that live. Because I think so. Landon was very vehemently saying that do not deal in this currency. It's not regulated.
Crypto, yeah.
You
yeah.
can't. You can't hold anyone responsible.
Yeah. Have you seen my
Hashtag crypto is a scam.
Twitter account? If any of you have seen my Twitter account, you've seen what I've said about cryptocurrency. And I'm absolutely, it's ridiculous because something that's decentralized and anonymous just means that all the fraud will be decentralized and anonymous.
Yeah.
And where that money ends up, even for terroristic activities, you never know. You
Oh, I
never
don't
know
want
where
to fund
your
terrorists.
money
I'm
will
fine
end
with
up.
funding terrorists. I just don't want to lose all my money.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
it-
remember because we said that we were predicting that it won't be too long from now that the main currency that everybody uses, the centralized currency, won't be the dollar anymore. And we were trying to figure out
Yeah.
which
Which one
currency would be most likely. And I think
Yeah.
we all agreed that it would be the rubles.
No.
For the
Euros.
pound? I think so. Pound, maybe.
No,
Oh,
because we
euro.
said that the UK is so vitriolic right now that it's too
Oh, yeah.
unstable.
It's not
And the
stable.
most
Yeah.
stable, most well-tracked currency in the world right now that isn't like communist China is India.
They're going to pick euros.
Yeah.
They're not going to pick rupees.
They have the largest
You
amount
never
of they have
know.
so much money. They have so
Sure.
many people and everything is tracked so meticulously. It is currently
yeah.
the most stable income.
Right. As a world currency basis, if the dollar doesn't do it, it will be the euros because the euros is already acting like that in the way that the rupees are not. There's countries
Maybe.
in Africa, there's countries in there's 2 countries
Yeah.
run on
Okay.
euros that the EU has said that they do not authorize it. Kosovo and Montenegro are already using the euro as their de facto currency.
I think the thing though is it's not going to be a social, like it won't be a social decision.
It's an economic one.
I'm saying it's already happening, that the euro is being used as de facto currency in countries.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that, Indian rupee can still be selected. Yeah, the banks. And in India, the banks are really, really tracked. Like, you cannot mess with
Doesn't make a difference. No one's going to care. Let me put it to you like this. If the
Well,
rupee ends up
no one is gonna care. Okay, I see. If that's the idea, then yes, okay, that can happen. That if people don't give a shit about what's gonna happen.
No, let me put it like this. If the rupee
Uh-huh.
ends up as a currency over the euro, I will shoot myself live on camera.
Ooh.
Let me just make that prediction.
Come on, don't be so dramatic, dude. This is becoming too dramatic.
What a hill to die on there, Barry.
Yeah.
No, I've said it live now. I can't go back.
Oh God. Oh my goodness.
I think there would be an issue with getting it societally accepted because I think people are racist. But
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
that necessarily matters because the people that are making the decision to use the dollar as the de facto thing is just a measuring stick, not they're going to make people use rupees in their own country.
Fair.
And I think so the other thing is also that because the dollar the oil transactions that happen all over the world, OPEC, they use the dollar as their currency, American dollar. There's that, pact between the American government or constitution, I don't know, and OPEC, right? If that switches, if OPEC decides, okay, the American dollar is too
Are you not aware of the discussions OPEC is having at the highest level? Do you know what they're going to switch to? But they've already discussed.
That's what I'm saying, that it would be a start from there. That their decision will affect.
Already.
Which one?
Euros.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yes.
No. I'm not. No, hold on. No, the thing is that
petrodollar.
There's a contract. You can say there's a pact between OPEC and America that they will internationally only sell their oil in dollars.
Yes.
I don't know. So maybe it's happening that the conversion is happening from dollars to euros.
No, it's just they've already had these discussions at the board meetings of OPEC, and they decided if they have to pull the trigger on it, they're going with euros.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the point. That that can be the trigger event.
Yeah.
Them switching to another currency.
And I can promise at no stage during any of these negotiations did anybody mention rupees. I can promise you that.
It's fine. It's okay. You never know. Things change.
I think
just saying.
It could be completely skew ways and the world goes backwards, which has happened before. Rupees could be in charge. Yes, correct.
I think it's it's a matter of what the measuring stick is going to be based on whose banks and whose dollar is the most stable. And I think right now the rupee is the most stable.
It's not about stability at all. Where are you getting the stable thing from?
What are you? I think you're talking about something different than what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the dollar being used as the measuring stick for currencies around the world.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay,
so America is becoming...
That's about buying power. And if the buying power of something changes, there's no point in being stable because it won't reflect the value.
No.
Oh my God, dude.
You're talking about something different.
It's not at all about the buying power. It's not.
The buying power doesn't have to... No, the buying power doesn't have to change at all. It's just what you're using as your measuring stick.
Yeah. If something's going to cost 2,000 rupees, it will still cost 2,000 rupees. But now we are using 2,000 rupees.
Oh,
that's all it is.
I understand that you have no idea what I'm saying, and I'm just very poor at communicating.
And that's I'm like,
this is
bruh,
normal.
Bruh,
this is
bruh,
normal.
Bruh.
I told you we're talking about different things.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I was just like, where is this going, dude?
No, he's just stalling because he doesn't have his predictions.
I don't think Barry is wrong about what Barry is talking about. But what Barry is talking about is not applicable to what Vanya's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's you're all right. We'll be fine. We'll survive this.
What's Barry's predictions?
We will go into 2025. All right.
Come on, Barry. What's your predictions?
Okay. Me.
Yes.
My serious predictions are. Sorry. You all right? Okay. I've been unwell. All right. My serious predictions. This is the stuff.
Sorry.
This is the stuff they're making me take.
What's that?
Ooh, fancy.
What is it?
Diabetes. It's called duaglutide.
Oh.
It's like Ozempic. And if I feel very, very sick, I inject it once a week, and I get maybe 12 hours on the back end of the last day so that I can actually eat something.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's going to fix my sugar levels, but not for the reasons they think. My trousers are already all falling off me because I'm losing weight. You can see my bones now.
Bruh, eat something.
I can't. I feel sick. I'll just
Barry,
throw
you're
it up.
not allowed to be any more of a twink.
I'm 49 years old.
Huh?
I think I'm outside the range of twink.
What? Sorry, Hala. What?
I'm
Repeat that. How many
49
years old?
old. 49.
49.
I'm nearly 50. I'm nearly 50 years old.
And today we learned that Barry doesn't know what a twink is. All right, what are your predictions?
I don't know what a twink is. I'm 50 years old and a twink.
There's nothing about age stops you from being a twink.
If you Google twink and do an image search, how many 50-year-olds are you going to
That's
find?
just about popularity.
That's not the thing. No,
That's not
don't
about
do that.
definitions.
What I'm looking for is the word zero. So, okay? I understand
No,
why
it's
you
not
don't want
about
to say it.
doing.
older
It's
twink.
about whether it can
Yeah,
be.
no, I
The
understand why you don't want
possibility.
to. I understand why you don't want to say it. I get it. Don't worry. Yeah, I've been wrong
What
before. It feels
are-
bad. Don't worry about it.
Hold on.
Euros. Twinks cannot be 50. Next, here we go. My first serious prediction is assisted dying will become legal across the EU.
Ooh,
Interesting.
that's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's
I
interesting.
kind of think like it should be something that should be available to people because for
Irrelevant.
someone like me who lives alone and doesn't have anyone in any family member around me to take care of me if something happens, the day someone has to like clean my shit for me, I would like to like just okay, I'm done.
Well,
I'm
I think
out of
it's going to
here.
be in the EU because we're having kind of discussions about it all over the place, and there's like human rights, ethical, blah de blah. But I think it will become legal across the EU this year. Someone's going to have to
Is
pull the
that the
trigger in
serious
other
one?
countries. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a serious one.
Okay. No.
Um,
I'm just confirming.
That is a serious one. Yes, correct.
Next.
Sorry for
Unbelievable.
I'm not
There's
writing
a
down anything,
whole-
by the way.
There
Okay.
is
It's all
an
good.
entire ass discourse about whether or not somebody can be an old twink or not.
Okay.
Of course
If
there
you
is.
Google it, there's I did not realize there's a whole ass discourse about it. So
Damn.
Bitch, I ain't
Damn.
Googling that.
there is no answer.
Okay. Well,
It's a debate. It's an ongoing debate.
let's say that then. Zero. Anyway, my second serious prediction
Bruh,
is
don't be so salty. You're being so.
man, this is me being nice. Seamus will tell you. You want to see salty? Oh,
Mm.
Oh, this is not salty? Is this
No.
spicy or salty? No, okay,
No,
all right,
this
all
is
right.
Barry.
Oh, this is just
Did
Barry,
you not watch
okay.
the philosophy podcast? That wasn't me being salty either. Sometimes you gotta put a bitch down.
Bruh,
and say,
I
"There's no
haven't
way
been
to better."
around. If you observed, I haven't been around much.
You haven't seen the debate hub things. Oh, okay. Well,
There's 2
Crazy
months I've
day.
just been like AWOL. So,
okay.
It's all good.
Well, we'll
uh,
see. My second serious prediction is
I
AI.
have to get used to you.
Yeah, I get
It's
a
an
lot.
acquired taste, trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My lawyer told me. She said, she said, Barry, when I met you first, I thought you were a real asshole, And I said, oh, but now you know better. She said, not really. She said, I just got used to you.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Just for people who are not familiar with me, I have been divorced twice. So that should give you an indication. I'm not very easy to get along with,
Bruh.
either online or off. Anyway, my
Please
second
make your
prediction is
predictions now about when he's going to get kicked off the boat.
Yeah, all right. AI text generators will become unusable due to clone fade, and AI image generators will be unusable due to content owners opting out of training data sets.
Oh, I'm already doing that.
Good.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
I untick that thing. I'm just like, don't you dare. Don't
Yeah.
you fucking dare touch my content.
But I think even without that, the text generators will become unusable because due to clone fade, meaning that eventually the data sets they use will also be AI generated, and it will just become this circle
Yeah,
jerk.
that's already happening.
Yeah,
yeah.
well, I imagine so. Yeah, but this year I think it will become unusable.
I think for a couple of reasons, right? You've got the reason where it's just like consuming its own shit, right? It's an Ouroboros just eating its own asshole.
Correct.
And then the second one is the environmental impact. And the third is that the product that it puts out is just not worthwhile. So they're going to try and sneak it in and try and use it, but it's going to be ultimately unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also a sneaky third one will be that we will see the world's first trillionaire individual.
Oh, God.
Huh?
Help us.
A
We
sneaky
don't have a
third one.
trillionaire?
No.
But not yet.
Not yet. He's getting
Interesting.
closer though every day.
I'm predicting
Elon
it
Musk
this
is
year.
at 46 billion, I think, right now,
Yeah.
give or take. 40 billion.
Oh no,
Jeff
it's more than that.
Bezos, how much is he at?
That's 446 billion.
Yeah.
Sorry, 400.
My silly predictions. Here are the silly ones, the ones that are intentionally silly. Is the first Hollywood movie entirely made with AI image generators. We'll see it.
Dude, you
Hollywood
hate us, don't you? You hate everyone, don't you? Like,
No,
why would
I
you
think-
say
No, he's
Even
saying, like, what's
silly,
gonna
like,
happen
why?
is the whole thing's gonna collapse in on itself
Nightmare,
because
frick.
Disney's not gonna support it anymore
Okay,
because it
everybody
costs
in the
more
planet-
money than it.
Everybody on the planet disappeared tomorrow. You know, I'd be fine. My second silly prediction is,
Good to know that.
yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I'll be fine. Once the erection goes down, I'll be fine. I'll take care of business. Now, my second silly prediction is Netflix does a modern style reboot of Columbo, but and I wrote down here this is supposed to be I was supposed to fill this in later, but I didn't. This is my placeholder, but you'll know what I mean, right? Netflix does a modern style reboot of Columbo, but it's a black lesbian in a wheelchair. So she'd go right, she'd kind of wheel around like this and go, just one more thing, wheel, like that, right? So
Who do you think the actor would be?
I don't know. It'll have to be an actual black, because you know
I
the way.
hope it's Halle Berry.
It can't be. She's not a lesbian. It has to be a black lesbian, and they'll just, I don't know. She'll
No,
just go.
the character has to be a black lesbian in a wheelchair.
Oh, you're
person
living in the 1970s. Good for you. But
Yeah.
now, if you want to have a black lesbian in a wheelchair, you better swear to Jesus have an actual black wheelchair lesbian user. Let's stick with
What?
So yeah,
Dude,
yeah, I like that. A lesbian user.
lesbian user?
Yes, in a way.
Lesbian user.
Okay. Yeah. Great help.
I think that's just a lesbian.
Take a
who's
deep breath,
constantly
Barry.
in
Take a
an
deep breath.
abusive
You'll be
relationship.
fine.
I like the idea of like this criminal with like this lady in a wheelchair just following him around all the time.
Oh, good.
This isn't my real car. No, my wife has my real car. Anyway, my Deadpool is now. Just everybody shut up, okay? I don't want to hear any bullshit about this. My Deadpool is Rita Moreno. Right?
Who?
Rita Moreno. Rita Moreno. No. She's a Puerto Rican. She's got, as far as I know, she's got an EGOT. She's an Emmy, a Grammy, a Tony, and an Oscar.
Okay. All right.
Like, there are very few people who have that. They call her the EGOT. Anyway, Rita Moreno's very old and she might die this year. She's wonderful, but she might die. Well, she was in she's that Netflix show with the Cubans, One Day at a Time.
I'm gonna send Manya a link so she knows who you're talking about.
Thank you.
Remember, Downey Jr. could play the black lesbian handicap. John. Brilliant. Okay, and my second Deadpool. Sorry, I'll wait for Manuel to finish the link. So let's read Moreno. She's a delight. She's a national treasure, but she might die.
But you want her dead.
I do not want her dead. I think she's delightful. I love Rita Moreno.
You're so glowing about Jimmy Carter, motherfucker. So just whatever. Okay.
I didn't want him dead. All right.
Does she
just
not have a
bullshit.
Wikipedia
Yeah,
page?
yeah.
Rita Moreno. She better have a Wikipedia. RITA. Moreno.
Yeah. Let me put in Wikipedia. She should have an IMDb.
She has a huge
There
IMDb.
we
I
go.
can promise you that.
No.
A hefty hooded IMDb she has.
Huh.
Steve, yeah, it's short for Stevenage.
The black lesbian and the oh god, don't remind me about that, please. Oh my god, that was
I'm
like
spelling her name wrong.
There we go.
It should be huge.
What if I was a black lesbian woman? Fuck my life.
But we call her Columba because she's a lady.
Where's Manya? There you go.
Do you have a?
I still exist on the
I
internet.
sent her the
somewhere.
Wikipedia.
Do you recognize her? You might know the look of her.
Born in 1931.
Yeah, she old
No.
man. I don't told you that.
Yeah, she's
Let me
won
have a
an
look.
Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
That's an EGOT, right?
So you,
And the Triple Crown of Acting.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's wonderful. And
Yeah.
you never heard of her.
you want her dead.
I don't want her dead.
So who's the other person you were trying to kill?
Oh Christ! Just
Ritz.
Seamus.
Okay, I got it. Thanks, Tish.
We'll let Manu now have a look at Rita Moreno and bask in the glory of who Rita Moreno is. She's never been what do you call it, problematic or anything. She's just great.
Yeah.
Although she was a Puerto Rican playing a Cuban.
If Barry tells me, oh yeah, this person has never been problematic, I will be going in the opposite direction. Okay, what's wrong with this person?
If you
Oh,
find
that's
something in
right.
Freedom Around, you will have the world's homosexuals on your back about it.
Was she in West Side Story?
Yes, that's,
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
that was that reference. What did you think it was?
It just wasn't landing. Yeah, I got it now. So.
Just wasn't landing.
No.
Oh, that's like every one of my little jokes and references. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's lonely. Sometimes it's very lonely. I just sometimes
Yeah, she's an odd couple.
I wish every morning I wish I could wake up dead. Anyway, my
Also,
second.
of course, she was on the Muppet Show because, of course, she was on the Muppet Show.
Yeah.
Who
yeah,
wasn't on the Muppet Show back
singer and
then? Right?
dancer. They love her. My second Deadpool is. And I need you all to shut
Oh,
the fuck up.
both the Cosby Show, Golden Girls, and Miami Vice.
Yeah, of course she was. Yeah. First thing I do at Rita Moreno when she hits land is put her in Miami Vice.
In the late 1990s, she played Sister Pete, a nun trained as a psychologist in the popular HBO series Oz.
Oh,
Awesome.
okay. Okay, that's cool.
Wonderful.
All right.
Her voice was in Rio 2 as well.
Who else you killing there, Barry?
Stop saying that. It's who I think might die. Tragic loss, all right? Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Who is it?
My sympathies to the friends and family of William Shatner.
Oh! You coming after Captain Kirk, you bitch.
I'm not coming after anybody. I just think
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, she was on the Electric Company. That's true, yeah. She was on the Electric Company as well. She's great.
Where's the IMDb as well?
William Shatner, of course, may be familiar to some of you as T.J. Hooker. Or Denny Crane in Boston Legal. So Denny Crane was probably his crowning achievement of acting.
Right, yeah.
Because I don't know what happened to me, but when I was a kid and I saw T.J. Hooker, I just thought it was like a big, long-ass fucking gay episode of Star Trek.
Monty, have you ever seen West Side Story?
No, I don't think so.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's like Romeo and Juliet, but with Puerto Ricans.
In New York.
In New York. They're not even in Puerto Rico.
When you're a jet, you're a jet.
Oh. Free-to-wait tables and shine shoes. Everything's great in America.
I come from India, so yeah, just keep that in mind.
You would like. That's why I asked you.
Girl called Maria, and suddenly, oh fuck me.
She plays Anita. You would like West Side Story though.
Why do I know show tune? That's not good. That's not very.
This year, I did something to Manya this year. I made her watch Michael Flatley.
Why? Wait. The actual river dance, the first one is good.
I think I made her watch Feet of Flames.
That's not good. He's in this like 10-minute show in the middle of the Eurovision Song Contest in 1993 or something. That's good.
I think we watched that.
That's good. What is it? That's a good thing. But then the rest of it is like he's just got this personality that makes you want to hurt him. You know,
he's a schmuck. He's got a very punchable face.
He's got a very punchable personality, which shouldn't be possible. But there you go, Flatley by name. I always think that. Yeah. Poorly. Thanks for that. So William Shatner, Rita Moreno, yeah, Christ Almighty.
So who's the person you want dead?
I don't want anybody
You're
dead.
supposed to have one that you're like, oh yeah, good, and one that's like, oh no.
Oh, I'll take Rita Moreno over William Shatner.
Fair enough.
If Shatner dies, I don't know. That's fine, I guess. But like if Rita Moreno dies, it's
Can you decide?
It's going to be hard to explain to my family if Rita Moreno dies.
The best of what we were ever going to get from him already.
Yeah, whereas Rita Moreno, I think, is still pumping out great content, and she's 90-something.
The saddest thing I ever saw of Shatner is after he went up in space with Bezos.
Yeah.
He's trying to explain to Bezos the experience of how it felt. And he's just like, oh, but we have to open the champagne. Oh! And just like totally fucked off. And like Shatner is just like alone in himself, you know?
Yeah.
It's so fucking sad. So fucking sad.
Oh, fucking Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
There's a person who could just like fuck off and die.
He doesn't understand music.
I could use that
he
for
doesn't
my
understand
second
why people
Deadpool
like music.
prediction.
There's something wrong with
Music.
He doesn't understand much of anything that involves empathizing with the human experience.
Yeah.
So, because of the recent, like, assassination of the CEO of a company, right?
Good times.
I can use that as my second prediction that Jeff Bezos gets
Jeff
assassinated.
Bezos is gonna get assassinated.
Yeah, the second Deadpool.
Good times roll.
If only.
Mania's serious prediction. That's a third serious prediction. Or do you want that to be a silly
No,
prediction?
it's the Deadpool one.
Oh, Deadpool. Okay, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
The
not?
person Manya wants unalived.
Yeah, people who just don't want to be
And
alive.
I'm not scared to say that. Okay.
Why? Because you live like 2 continents away.
Maybe. That's why.
Oh, I finally updated Puck's Amazon wish list because I kind of stopped just using Amazon. And then people were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"We want to send your dog Christmas presents," and I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
I can't say no to that.
Yeah, no.
It's hard to give up Amazon as much as I hate it.
Oh, maybe he's one of his own, like with
It's
John.
not that it's
Maybe
like
one of his
it's
own
because
guys,
there's
actually.
no alternatives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called a monopoly for a reason.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Bill.
another thing that I find very amusing. Nobody likes the game Monopoly, and yet we choose to live it every day. Why? We all know we don't like it. We could just not.
I have won every game of Monopoly I've ever
I
played.
think so.
0?
It's that I have
Anyway.
a hypothesis about it that it satisfies that basic urge, the animalistic urge of the human beings to fight without like hurting
Yeah.
each other. So that's what it satisfies.
I don't
Satisfies,
think
and
that it's
that's
an
why
animalistic
everyone plays Monopoly.
urge to not hurt each other.
Huh? Sorry?
I don't think it's not like I don't think it's a human issue to not hurt each other.
No, I'm just saying that like we do have those like thoughts.
When was the last
like,
time you played Monopoly? It is painful.
Yeah.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. That it causes pain, and people use it to cause pain to each other.
That's
No,
what League of Legends is for. We've evolved.
The
Have
game
we?
itself actually came out of a game called the Landlord game, which is supposed to teach how landlords are evil and the idea of property is evil. A
Yeah.
woman invented this game and they
It's
reinvented it
must be
to make
turning
it
into
about
grave.
capitalism.
It's
And
evil,
Yeah.
It's evil.
made it also a monopoly because guess
Yes.
who's got a monopoly on Monopoly? Hasbro.
I've won every game. Evil.
Of course you have.
I actually
know
very
what?
much enjoy Uno.
I
Uno's
give
a
people a
strategy
chance.
game.
I give people a chance. I always tell them exactly how I'm going to win, and I say, "Here's how you can stop me," and they never just won't do it. So
That's
I mean,
what I do on my YouTube channel.
yeah, and I say, look, and when I won, I said, I told you how I was going to do this, and apparently that doesn't make them feel better at all. I said, I told you at the start,
No.
this is how I was going to do this.
Chesh always informs everyone in advance, this is what I'm going to do. But
Yeah.
people still have a Pikachu face when she does what she said she will do. And I'm just like,
Mm.
what did you expect, you motherfuckers?
Yeah,
Wow.
I get that too.
And to repeat for everyone, I'm not Chesh's secretary. So if you want to go and talk to Chesh, go and talk to Chesh. Don't be coming at me. Because one, if you bitch about Chesh to me, she will know next minute. She will
Because you
know
are,
that.
wait a minute, that makes it seem like you are her secretary.
No.
I will send her
I'm
the memo
like,
immediately.
oh my god, did you look at that? That's what it is.
Call the customer service. She's not secretary. She's customer service.
Yeah.
HR.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Hello, I don't care.
Wait a
And neither
second.
does she.
Wait.
Click.
Are you in India? Come on.
What, sorry?
Menu picks up like
No, that's the joke. Barry.
So what's everybody's plans for 2025?
Survive January.
Survive the month of January. And then
Yes.
the next plan is survive the month of February. And then the next plan
Something
is
like
survive
that.
the month of June. Didn't you skip some? Nah.
You have no fucking idea how much stress like Chesh knows because I've been always like, this is happening, Chesh. Wow. It's been so stressful. Like I'm moving countries and as I
Oh, Barry's got some pussy.
What?
Hey, Puck!
Hey, Buck. Where's my fucking...
Hey!
Hey, Proton, where you at?
absolutely
What?
fucking unbelievable. You outburied Here's the Pet. Really? You couldn't just wait a little while. Fine,
No.
fuck up, you little shit.
Oh,
What's wrong with you? Yeah, I get it.
here's a question of future plans.
Will John Hamill be the target of a future dumb fuck Friday?
Really? John Hamill?
Oh,
Why do we need to talk about him again? Is he doing something?
I was
why?
Yeah, I was hoping not to talk about John Hamill anymore, but
No.
Then why did you highlight the comment?
Oh, because I saw it.
I had no impulse
Couldn't help
control.
it. Yeah.
I discovered
And
that
I was right. People like to hurt each other, so here we are.
I discovered that
He
I saw.
he almost made my list of like silly things. I was gonna say he was gonna come out as trans.
I solved 100%
fucking
of my
joke.
John Hamill related problems just by blocking him, and just everything went away in one afternoon.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. So I have no
He's
interest
so
in
asinine that
having
Twitter
anything to do with him.
muted him for me.
Yeah,
Like Twitter just wasn't.
same.
He
It
tagged
doesn't.
me,
If
but
he
Twitter
tags
doesn't
me,
tell
I don't.
me.
I don't
Oh,
get
Yeah.
a
has
notification.
he been shadow banned by Twitter? Oh
At
wow.
least in my direction.
Okay.
Like it's the same with me, Chesh. If he has tagged me, I won't know. It won't pop up in my notifications, and I haven't muted him.
Yeah,
I've
he's been
not
shadow
blocked
banned. Then
him.
he's been shadow banned. Twitter did that.
Dumpback Friday right
Damn.
now is on a hiatus until Manya gets more settled and we find out what's going on with her and that. But when we come back, we might be like, maybe we'll take a look at him. Maybe we can
My-
find something else that he's talking about, and we can talk about how
I think
how
he's just going
far
down
and how
this-
hard we had to
My-
work to try and find him talking about anything else.
He has
I
not forgot
have-
about you folks. I'll tell you that. I've told you that firsthand recently. So
You mean the trans thing? He's still talking
yeah,
about that?
he still retweets the same arguments that they had like a fucking
It
year
keeps
ago
like
or 2
taking
years
clips
ago.
of Chesh and I.
Yeah,
Like he's
it's
almost
a year
like
ago.
Wolf
Yeah.
at this point. That fucking other baka.
We have to like once a year be like, all right, so it's been another year, and let's take a look at what
Yeah, let's
John
go
Hamill is
back
saying.
and-
Oh, it's
yeah.
the same thing. All
Dumb,
right.
dumb fuck of the year, dumb fucks of the year, ladies and
It's like
gentlemen.
he's in a closet screaming at himself. It's fucking sad. It's really sad.
He's just mad that I fucking took apart the report that he was like, holding up and like fucking shouting about it. And I skinned it. I was just like, this is not even worth
The
to
cast
be
report.
submitted as an assignment in a university. Fuck off. So,
Mm.
and I did that with one page in that fucking report. One page. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? Garbage. And he hasn't recovered from it.
The
since.
medical organizations have trashed it. You know?
Wait until somebody calls him an authoritarian and watch him like shit a brick. Well, tell me where's the line?
Let's leave John Hamill on his own little thing for the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plans for Dumpback Friday. Barry,
Yeah.
what are you up to in the new year? What are you doing in 2025? Any fancy plans?
I'm gonna finish my Syria episode, and we'll do that because Syria collapsed recently, and I said, "Oh, now's the
Sure
time
you
to do
will.
Syria
Sure
thing."
you will. Sure.
I have half it done already. I'm up to 1966.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow!
Are you going to
That's-
invite
that's-
me? Are you going to invite me onto this one so you can have your script and then have to throw
No.
the whole thing
There you
away?
go. That's a great idea. You can have a
Fuck
guest.
you. No, I'm not on Chesh
No.
anywhere near.
Yes.
To do a massive
No.
crack
I
course.
put too much work into
You
the
know
script
what? You know what,
already.
Chesh? I'll invite you when I do a script next time. How about that? Okay. Okay.
No, it's okay.
I won't
I
even tell
understand that
Barry.
you don't
I
want
won't
to
even.
do
I won't even tell Barry. You'll just show up and he'll have to fucking deal.
I deserve
Okay.
This is
Because
on
I
me.
get tired of saying, "Hey, let's have so and so on," and
Here we go.
and Chesh is always like number 1 or 2 on that list. Fuck
Yep.
no.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
fair
so
enough.
butthurt.
My favorite thing
Sorry.
about my existence and what I try to do online is
Ugh.
that the less I'm around, the more annoying I am.
Oh, Chesh. Oh, Chesh. Oh.
One of my favorite things that I've done this year. Actually, before we get into that, so your plans are to work on your scripts and get those done for the Jib podcast.
Don't tell her anything, Seamus.
It's okay. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Is that my
She's
point? Are you
gonna
asking me?
gonna guess it and she's gonna be
I
right.
was letting Barry wrap up whatever.
Oh yeah, Barry.
Oh yeah, that's it. I'm done. Yeah.
Oh, what do you got going on?
Me?
Yeah,
A whole lot of nothing, honestly.
you got no
Pretty much
plans.
the same thing. Not really. Still working on this. We added the Founding Feckheads. Is this a podcast? So we explore the founding fathers and point out how they're trash. They should not be saints as they are in America. Thomas Jefferson's coming up next. Been working on that, so I'm excited about that.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
So you're
it.
trying to figure out whatever the hell's going on with you. You're working on a couple scripts. You've got the forefathers thing that you're focusing on.
Yeah, which he is also. He's also doing stuff with that too. Well, he should be, but
Yes, I should.
yeah. So, and I've been picking up the guitar recently, so maybe I'll do something with that. I don't know.
Ooh, nice.
We'll see. We'll see. it's been too long, so I got to do something. So,
Do it up.
been a bad year this year, so I got
2024 has been kind of crazy. 2025
Where
is
did it
going to be
go?
an absolute fucking shit show. No, goodbye. Get out of here, 2024. Get ready. Buckle up. We're about to start going through the loop-de-loops and the corkscrews now.
Yeah.
Shit's going to get
Since like
wacky.
since we came back from like shutdown due to COVID, time has just been
Yes.
like that.
I
When
don't
the
know.
end
like-
came now, Tinky Winky.
It's like-
Tinky Winky Dipsy.
Yeah, we might want to check if 1 second is 1 second anymore or not. Like it's like
COVID, it did. Time is different. It feels different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like the pre-2020, like pre-COVID and post-COVID.
We're going to explain ourselves to future generations. What did you guys do to time? Yeah.
We're
Sorry.
gonna be sliding into the Warriors dystopia here before long.
So what's the favorite thing that you've done this year?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I have that already. Yeah.
Yeah, go, Manya. What was your favorite thing that you did this year?
Tell people that if you get served with certain papers, get a lawyer and shut the fuck up.
And why is that your favorite thing, Manya?
Because people hate me so much that they would rather do the opposite and get into trouble with the law instead of taking my advice. And they don't even get it. They don't even see this coming. And I'm just like,
Fair enough. Mary, what about you? What was your favorite thing you did this year?
Me?
Yeah.
I have
Was
a
it coming
girl-
on my show and talking about philosophy?
No, I have a girlfriend now, and
Yeah.
I have a cat.
yeah, you have a girlfriend.
She's real. She told me.
Goes to the other high school.
yeah. You have a
Go to
girl.
another school. You know, actually, she's the first girl from my town. I think the first girl from my town that I've ever dated.
Oh, so she
Well,
All
doubled.
those other have been international ladies.
No, funnily enough, she works at the same high school I went to. She works there, the same at my high school that I went to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's the opposite of that. Try it again, but sincerely.
Yeah.
Sorry. So yeah, it's fantastic. And the cat, I got the cat. That's cool too.
That's a good highlight.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
second best thing I did. I adopted a cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. The cat's called Timmy, and I've been doing lots of YouTubes about Timmy.
Seamus, what's your favorite thing you did this year?
Okay. Sad but good. Unfortunately, I lost my father this year, but the good thing was my family has kind of grown a lot closer. And we've been spending a lot more time together, and it's been like real time and good time, as opposed to just surface touching in, coming in.
That's cool, man.
So it's been
That's nice.
so that's been good. So
My favorite
sorry,
thing I've done
I
this
didn't mean to bring
year.
you down.
My favorite thing. That's okay. I'm good at following this kind of stuff. My favorite thing that I did this year was go to Kansas for court.
Hey.
And then my next favorite thing, which is in
Fuck
line.
Kansas? Is that what you're gonna say?
So I went to Kansas, and everything that I did there worked perfectly
Well done.
because there was like a plan going in, right? And the plan going in was for me to be disruptive for the other party. That was the plan.
And it
Because
worked.
like in the case that's going on is a harassment case, right? It's an online harassment group going after this one lady. If you followed my channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't followed the channel,
Go and
trust
find
me.
out.
Yeah, go find out. This just a random woman.
Let me just can you send what would be the best video to sum up all of that?
I think that that's in progress, right? You're
That's
just
in
recording
progress,
it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
When
the
you
name
do
of
send
what's
it,
the name of the woman
put it
who-
in the comments or whatever so people
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, go on,
You can
please.
look
name
at
of the
the playlist called The Company if you want, but it's going to be
There
a
you go.
clusterfuck. So there's a timeline video coming out soon. So so all of this stuff went to court. It's basically just a bunch of YouTubers who decided to pick on some random lady for
I'll
no
add to this
fucking
later.
What
reason.
random lady? What's her name?
Her name
No,
is
we
Charlotte.
can't. Okay, you want to say?
You're fine.
I'm
man.
going. When Chesh finishes, I'm going to add to that. Go on, Chesh. Just explain it away.
So
Thank you.
they accused her, particularly Steve McRae, accused her of swatting him.
The
in
guy who accused me
October
of
2023.
Cops to his house.
What?
Sending cops to his house, you mean?
No, like calling the police on him.
Okay.
and sending the police to like go bang his door down.
That's what I meant by saying send cops to his house.
Yes, swatting.
Okay.
So, needless to say, she didn't, and he wasn't, and it was funny. But I
The
made a
video's
video
on Chesh's channel if you want to go and see the
yeah, I got
body
my
cam
dirty
video.
little goblin hands on the body cam footage. So if you want to watch that, you can. Anyway, it all culminated, and two of them got their cases kind of like in the court at the same time. So they didn't merge the cases, but they just heard them at the same time because it was going to be the same thing for both of them. And those are two YouTubers. So they fucking hate me. And I'm like, good. So I showed up. And the plan was ostensibly my plan, not necessarily the lawyer's plan, not necessarily this lady's plan. My plan was to show up, take their attention away. So instead of arguing their case and arguing about this lady, they spent all their time talking about me. And it worked.
It worked. It
So
worked
then
beautifully.
when the next court date came up, which was Steve's court date, I was supposed to go. And so there was a major focus on my testimony, which was a cherry on top of the giant sundae of all of the evidence and all of the things.
Evidence, yeah.
My testimony didn't matter. It wasn't that important. So when it came to going, CrowdStrike happened. So I was supposed to fly to Kansas and I couldn't go because my flight got delayed and canceled. And then the only time they were going to let me fly was not until 8 p.m. on Thursday, and court was supposed to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And they didn't end up needing me for Friday. So because they didn't end up needing me, and I couldn't get a flight until 8 p.m. on Thursday, and that flight wasn't even going to work for the court stuff, I wasn't able to go.
Oh, wow.
And unfortunately, from what people have said, meaning these other YouTubers who keep talking about these cases that they shouldn't.
When they're not supposed to talk about the cases.
What's up, Judas?
They've made it sound like Steve and his lawyer's whole plan and their arguments were based around my testimony. And then I wasn't there.
Wow.
Everything came crumbling down.
So you're extremely annoying by not being there.
Oh my god. The best thing I have ever done to ruin Steve's life was not be there.
Fantastic.
Non-sequitur show's gone to shit. Why? Because I'm not there. His fucking relationships and friendships have gone to shit. Why? Because I'm not there. His reputation online has gone to shit. Why? Because I'm not there. He's gonna fucking face jail time and contempt of court. Why? Because I didn't show up.
Isn't it hysterical? Your ex co-host and my ex co-host are just buddies.
Oh, they're so butt buddies. It's so funny. It's
hilarious.
So, adding on to that, so I was also asked to write a statement about all this because I had also witnessed it. So I ended up writing a 74-page statement of 11,000 words.
Wow.
I had to make two versions. One is the 11,000 word one, and one is the 6,000 word one, which was like the summary.
That was only from July to December, the end of December. That's it. Happened after
11,000 words.
So I'm working on a timeline video that I'm trying to keep under 30 minutes that is trying to explain everything that happened in July of 2023 all the way up till now.
Yeah.
I think it's needed.
Oh yeah.
I watched some of your shows and I had no idea what was going on or who you were talking about. And I tried to pick that up and
it's like a really big...
And this is a lot who hate me so much that they don't take my advice. Because it's coming from me. Get a lawyer, shut the fuck up.
No, fuck you, Manya.
Yeah.
You're not a lawyer. What do you know?
Steve is the one who accused me of defrauding GoFundMe. And he's the one who never refunded the money that he used to reimburse himself from his own GoFundMe. So I'm just saying the irony.
Hooray for irony.
Awesome.
So yeah, my favorite thing has been like doing the court, like actually going to court and also not showing up to court. Are my two favorite things I did this year.
Brilliant.
What I got planned for 2025 is going to be all debate hub stuff.
Cool.
I've got so many things lined up. I've got like talks about nuclear waste and energy and like what's going on with that. We got the philosophy show with Barry, which is a good time. That one's fun. I don't know what Manya's doing. We'll find out.
She's got nothing going on.
I'm thinking about renaming the tavern. I want to do Caffeine Corner again, but I need a co-host.
And I am
What is
tied up too much at the moment.
What
Yeah.
is it you want to do?
You remember Caffeine Corner?
Vaguely, it's basically the opposite of the tavern kind of thing.
It was what we did was me and Steve would like bring up a concept, and then we would
Okay.
use what was going on like between people in the public space to describe and explain the concept. So like gaslighting, like the dark triad, like anything like that that was like conceptual and
Overcompensating for and treating it as being neutral and all that stuff.
yeah,
Okay. Cool.
and like explaining what those concepts are. One thing that I really need to talk about is philanthropy because people keep throwing that word around and I'm like that's not
Oh yeah.
that's not what that word means. Narcissist is getting thrown around a lot, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
so things
And
like
the
that.
PDF file one also. That's also getting thrown out a lot easier.
Yeah, but I
nowadays.
think everybody knows what that is. I don't think I need to explain it.
Okay. Yeah, that's up to you. That's it.
But like I think yeah, but it's a show that doesn't really work
It's a
without a
febophile, so
Oh, maybe you can talk about the paradox of loyalty also if you want
yeah,
to.
that would be a good example. The paradox of loyalty, the paradox of tolerance. So those are all like concepts that would be like explained, discussed, and but it works in a two-person thing better than a single.
Basically, the paradox of loyalty is that you do have personal standards and integrity and ethics, but you suspend them for your friends.
Biased.
Bias, you can say, but it's like
Yeah.
you still try to justify it and go through
Sure.
your own and
yeah,
say,
no,
"Oh, I
think-
forgave them."
I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Oh yeah.
If I was friends with somebody or somebody was my friend, I'd expect them to have different standards than they would for somebody who isn't.
Well, it depends, isn't it? It depends, like what the situation is, isn't it?
Yeah, but the paradox of
Wait a
loyalty,
minute.
Especially-
You have no friends, Barry. That's what you told me in the beginning of this.
well, not anymore. No,
You did say
especially,
equal friends.
especially when you publicly say that you are not afraid to call out your friends. Just then.
I think it depends on what the how
Yes.
different the principle is. So,
Yes.
like, but this is exactly what the show is about and why it needs to be
Exactly.
a discussion show. You need two people
Yeah.
talking about it at least. Because like if I just sit there and I tell you and I give you an example, there's not a whole lot to go off of after that.
I will help you hide the body.
Sure. Yeah. So you might think. So for example, that might be you're not really breaking a principle if you help your friend break a law if your principles allow it in the first place. So if you think that stealing isn't
Yeah.
always wrong all the time and your friend steals something, you're probably not breaking your principles or going against your principles to still be their friend. But if you want a more extreme example is somebody's like, I hate trans people, you're probably not going to be friends with that person for very long if they're not even able to have
I
a
feel
conversation.
seen all of a sudden.
Validated.
Yeah.
Right. So, but if you decided that you were still going to be friends and work with him anyway, despite how caustic and problematic that principle or that idea is, then you would be dealing with the paradox of tolerance. A lot of the time, the paradox of tolerance takes place while you're realizing you can't be friends with this person anymore. So you try to justify their behavior and you try to reach out to them and you try to have those conversations until finally, like, it's just not going to work.
Can't do it.
The boot falls. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Barry,
Yeah.
we're looking at
Finally.
we're looking at closing us out here.
Okay.
So one thing that needs to be explained is the plan going forward.
In 2 weeks,
Because of-
we're going to have a series
Yeah.
episode.
as opposed to next week,
Well, I mean, we
which
don't
would
have
have been
to
the
have
normal
it,
time we
you
would
know,
have dropped
that's
our
not important.
episode.
Really doesn't matter. The main
Yeah,
thing
it
is in
kinda
2 weeks. It
does.
doesn't. That's not. Guys, if you're watching this, it's going to be 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we're going to have a Syria episode, not next week, because well, I'm not going to blame Seamus for it. That would be unkind to say that
Why?
Seamus dropped the ball on it. The reason it would be unkind is because it's demonstrably untrue, and I am to blame.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I would not blame Seamus for this. Oh no, this is live. Shit. You can't edit any of that out. Never mind. Yeah, in 2 weeks. we're gonna have a Syria episode. Yeah. In 2 weeks, we're going to have this Syria episode. It's my fault. I write slow, but, you know, it'll be worth it. Slow, but just put in your
Yeah.
own sex joke, man. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here. Come on.
Oh yeah, it is late there. I'm sorry. What time is it there for you? out
Next
there?
week, Barry's going to be on Debate Hub with me talking about philosophy.
You
On
actually don't.
Saturday.
What doesn't make a difference because I make it up just on the night. I just don't want you to tell me what it's going to be about because it won't make a difference to my approach. So Do it on the night.
Do you remember what we're talking about on Saturday?
Of course.
Good.
Yeah.
Ethics, isn't it? Oh no, never mind then. Yes, I do know.
We're not gonna. Ethics is such a big conversation. We are not ready for that yet.
I've discovered with something like philosophy, I've read so much for so long, and I have so many fucking philosophy books that if I try to prepare something, it will be worse than if I just do something off the top of my head. That's why I do it that way.
Sure.
I am fine with that.
Okay.
The topic is how do you build a personal philosophy?
Oh, okay. I can work with that.
I'm sure you can.
What I do traditionally is I just wait for someone to say something and explain why they're wrong. That's what I've been doing in the last few episodes we did anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barry is very good at being a not annoying contrarian.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I know,
Wow.
yeah, but now I'm trying to be funny. But if I actually want you to understand something, then no, I won't try and be funny. Whereas if I'm trying to be funny, I'm like, fuck off, you stupid prick, you know?
Which also
Okay,
I-
noted.
It's
I
the
do that.
annoying thing that
Yeah.
I'm stuck on. I'm just,
yeah, like Barry is like what Barry does often and works out really well for the show is that he will, whether or not he agrees with somebody and whether or not he personally agrees about whatever the statement was, is he will say, okay, but what about this?
True.
And so he'll just attack it or talk about it from a different angle. And so it won't even necessarily entirely disagree with what the person said. It's just another way of thinking about whatever the blah, 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 blah was.
Might be good for the show, Chesh, but it's bad for at least 2 marriages.
And Kevin.
That sounds like a you problem.
It is a me problem.
So before we wrap this up, Chesh, Manyos, you got anything you want to add to?
Subscribe to Debate Hub.
Do.
Chesh is the nice one.
Out of who?
True.
Out of me and Chesh.
You think you're not nice?
Oh, you have. Come on, man. You have you.
She thinks she's not nice compared to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't think that's true. I think she's just been lying to people. I think this is cope.
Huh?
How much coke does she do? How much cocaine does she do?
Nani?
Cocaine.
What? Oh, okay.
You're not actually nicer than me.
Nine.
No, I'm not. But that's what I say. I'm like, Chesh is the nice one. She's the nice one.
Exactly. And
Jesus.
no
matter no matter where I am or who I'm standing next to, I'm never the nice one. It doesn't matter. Whoever I'm standing next to, I'm not the nice
When
one.
I switch language, yeah, you have messed up. Yep.
Mm.
And I have a motto. I have a new motto. I'm like,
Oh,
don't make a nerd go petty.
Make a nerd go petty.
Yeah, don't. That nerd will end up writing like 11,000
Yeah.
statement
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
board.
don't get into racism off with an Asian. I like that.
You say this, but I'm the one who flew to Kansas.
Right? And because I was sitting here being petty. Like, no, you did not.
Dumb.
Awesome. All
Is that
right.
it?
Well,
Oh,
we'll see. For everybody else, jump on Debate Hub, obviously, and anything that Chesh Manya does is awesome. If you haven't subscribed to them, you're dead to me. So,
What?
You also get more
just being real. I'm sorry. Go do all the happy
Says
stuff.
it like it is.
Yeah. We'll
Thank
see
you
y'all
for
next
joining
year
us today.
in 2 weeks. Barry, right?
See you in 2 weeks when we will be talking about Syria.
Chesh was the wiener.
Chesh was the